One critical decision which trader need to make is about the time frame which they want to trade. Time frame decision has significant impact in terms of the tools which you use, in terms of the kind of skills which you need to build, in terms of the kind of position sizing which you're going to do, in terms of the stops which you're going to put in terms of number of positions which you're going to have. So a lot of time traders, or especially the new traders entering the market, do not think through their time frame. The time frame decision is in terms of, do you want to be somebody who is going to be holding positions for year and a half, 2 years, 3 years? Are you going to be a trader who's going to be looking for holding positions for few months? Are you going to be a trader who's going to be looking for swing trading just like few days of moves? Or are you going to be a trader who's going to be trading on an intraday time frame? Within intraday time frames, there are other consideration in terms of time frames, because you can be just a scalper, you can be somebody who holds a position for the entire day, you can be somebody who just holds a position for a few minutes. Now, if you are going to be, say, a position trader, so let's say, like, and let me show you my screen, and let's say you want to buy a stock and keep holding it till it keeps going up, and you don't mind holding it for a couple of years, right? Now let's say, like, you want to be a position trader and you want to find a stock like Tesla here, and you want to continue to hold it till it continues to go up for, say, 800% move, or you want to buy say a stock like FANG. So you want to buy FANG and you want to continue to hold for 326% move and for more than 1 year for tax efficiency reason. Now, if you want to be a position trader, it's very, very important that you need to understand, you need to have very good skills in identifying a stock which is likely to go up for next 2 or 3 years. You cannot be just selecting a stock and sitting on it and then you realize that the stock is not going anywhere and you're still holding it for 1 year. That doesn't make sense. So this critical skill required if you want to become position trader is to have the extreme amount of skill in terms of identifying and the foresight to figure out which stock is going to go up for 3, 4, 5 years. Now the brutal question which you should ask yourself is, do I have the skill to do that? If you don't have the skill, is there a path to get that skill? How will I get that skill? Who are the people who are doing this? Who is the best in that kind of a time frame? Can I copy their formula? How much time will it take me to realize that I have the skill? These are questions based on your time frame. And as a result, if you don't make this kind of a thinking, or if you don't make this kind of a consideration, and you will start becoming a position trader and you'll see that position which you're taking are not going, or they're just going down. Instead of making money, you're going to be losing money. So make your holding period or your what is your time frame decision very critical. Now the most commonly used time frame in the active trading world is the swing trading time frame. In swing trading time frame, you're just looking for a couple of days of swing. So here is an example of a trade which I did recently. So I am looking for 3 to 5 days move, right? So in this case of GM, here I shorted this GM on this particular day, and then I closed my position yesterday for around 8 or 9% profit, right? 10% profit. Now this is a classical swing trading kind of a setup where you're just looking for 3 to 5 days, or you buy GM here and you sell it on a 4th day. Now this is a very popular kind of a swing trading method where people are looking for 3 to 5 days kind of swings. Now if you make a decision to do this, again you'll have to develop the skills to trade that kind of a time frame. You need to have the right kind of tools. You need to have software which will give you a signal. You need to have scans. You need to have the ability to get in at the right time on this kind of setups. You also need the ability to close the trade. Another trade which I did similar to this was Ford Motors, again like in the same situation or similar situation, shorted it here, and then it made like around 16% move yesterday, so closed the trade, short term 3 to 5 days kind of a swing. Now that is one way of trading, but if you want to like, and I say buy Ford here and keep holding it for the 300, 400% kind of a move or 100% kind of a move, then you need a different skill, because at this stage, when the stock shows up or here, you need to have the ability to make an informed decision that this stock is going to go up for next 2.5, 3 years. And you need to be right significant amount of the time, because if you make this position and if you're sitting in this position and if it doesn't go anywhere or you start going down, then you're not going to be making a good trade if you're deciding that you're going to hold long term. Now the other time frame which a lot of people use is the intraday time frame. So if you're going to be using an intraday time frame, within intraday time frame there are many different kinds of time frames which people use. Some people are just looking for a quick scalp. Some people are looking for a 15 to 20 minutes kind of swing on a lower time frame. Some people are looking at putting in a short in the morning or going long in the morning, holding it till end of the day. All three requires different skill. Always remember, when you select a particular time frame of trading, there is an implication in terms of what skill levels you need. Typically, longer duration holding periods require higher skills. Similarly, if you're going to be holding something for a shorter period of time, you need really higher amount of skills, because short-term trading requires more precise entry and exit. And if you're not right, and if you don't have the skills, you can lose money very rapidly. So if you're looking at, say, day trading, or you're looking at like in a swing trading on a day trading time frame, like say Tesla is a good example of the stock which I day traded on Friday, where like this and this was a 3-4 bar thing, again like signal, because this was like an exhaustion kind of a thing. It had a bounce and the bounce started fading. So here 3 candles, right, and a number of times it offered opportunities on the short side of 3 to 4 bars, right. Now that kind of a swing trading is really a short-term swing trading, right. Short-term intraday trading. Now scalping is something where people buy immediately for few cents or few pennies, they sell it. Now that kind of a thing requires you to have very good success ratio, because the scalpers primarily make money by having very high win rates. Now if you are a new trader or if you are a struggling trader, the most important decision which you need to make is the time frame decision. Once you select your time frame, then there will be specific path which will be available to you. If you decide that you're going to be one of those position trader, within position trading, you have a choice. Then you can look at a turnaround kind of stocks, you can look at a value kind of stocks, or you can look at dividend kind of stocks, you can look at growth stocks. And each one of those paths requires distinct types of skills, and the time frame which is required to acquire those kind of skills and learn is going to be longer. Because if you're going to be supposing becoming a person who wants to hold stocks for 2 to 3 years, you will only know how good your performance is 3 years down the line. Today you start buying stocks for holding for 3 years, you don't know. If you don't have the skills, you will only know whether those stocks are going to work after 3 years. So this is why many people who are in this business and who do this for a living, they focus on the swing trading time frame, because in the swing trading time frame of either 3 to 5 days or 3 to 5 weeks or a few months, you have more control, and you know whether that stock is likely to go up or not likely to go up. And relatively, it is easier to learn swing trading than to learn longer term trading or the skills levels required. Like if you want to become value investor, you'll need to know balance sheet, you'll need to know valuation, you'll need to know turnaround investor. If you want to become, you need to understand turnaround, you need to understand the mechanics of that industry. If it is a cyclical industry, you need to understand cyclicity of that industry. If you are a growth investor, you need to understand growth. Is it sustainable growth? What are the margins? Is it really a growth which can last for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, or is it something like a fad kind of a growth, which is what happened with Peloton? So these are all questions which ideally you should be answering before deciding to committing to a particular time frame. Many times, because you don't have enough information at the beginning of your trading career, you are going to flirt from different time frames to time frame. So at some stage, you need to decide this, make this decision. I'm going to stick to a particular time frame. I made that decision for myself. I stick to basically 3 to 5 days. And in the terms of magnitude, I'm typically looking at 8 to 20% kind of profit potential in those 3 to 5 days, and I stick to that. And when the market is very volatile, I go on a lower time frame and I do the similar kind of a thing on a lower time frame, in the sense I do day trades, right? I'm not a position trader. I don't have the skills to identify a stock which is likely to go up for 3 years, 5 years. Can I acquire that skill? Yes, it is possible. How much time will it take to acquire that skills? Maybe years. So I do what is easy to do for my kind of a personality profile, my kind of objective of making money, my kind of explosive gains uh, objective which I am looking for. You need to think through these issues. You need to decide what is the time frame you want to trade. Decide whether you want to be a position trader. There's nothing wrong with any time frame. Always remember that different people are different personalities, different people are different financial situation, different people are different time commitments. So there is nothing wrong in being a position trader. But if you want to become a position trader, you need significant amount of skills, because you need to have the ability to find something which is going to go up for 3 years. If you want to become a swing trader, relatively it is easier because there are so many models available in the market. So many traders are doing it. You can learn it much faster. It's also like, look, say, if every day you're cooking turkey, you're going to become good at cooking turkey. If you're going to cook turkey only on Thanksgiving, it's a hit and miss kind of a situation, right? So same thing is there with position trading. If you want to become day trader, compared to a swing trader, day trading requires higher magnitude skills. And the reason is that it's a very precision game. You need to enter at the right time, you need to exit at the right time, and the margin of error is very low in day trading. So think about this decision as to what time frame I want to trade. And then once you decide the time frame, you will find that your path becomes very easy. So if you are struggling currently, sit down, take a piece of paper, and write down these things, and then decide based on your personality, based on amount of capital, based on your time frame, what is it that you want to do. But make the decision about time frame first, and that will make you profitable very fast.